Welcome to Sleepy Stories for Sleepless People. This is a story about a little girl and her adventures in an enchanted forest. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Beatriz, who lived in a small village nestled in the rolling hills of a verdant valley. Beatriz was a kind and curious girl who loved nothing more than exploring the great outdoors and learning new things. One day, Beatriz's parents took her to visit a nearby forest, where they often went to collect firewood and berries. As they walked through the forest, Beatriz marveled at the tall trees and the chirping birds. She spotted a rabbit scurrying by and a butterfly fluttering from flower to flower. As they continued deeper into the forest, Beatriz heard a soft, gentle voice calling to her. She followed the sound until she came upon a clearing where a beautiful fairy was sitting on a toadstool. The fairy's wings sparkled in the sunlight, and she had a kind, warm smile on her face. The fairy told Beatriz that she was the guardian of the forest and that she was in need of help. She explained that a group of mischievous goblins had moved into the forest and were causing all sorts of trouble. They were tearing down trees, scaring the animals, and generally making a mess of things. Beatriz, being the brave and kind-hearted girl that she was, immediately offered to help the fairy. She set off into the forest with a fierce determination and a trusty stick in hand. As she searched for the goblins, Beatriz encountered all sorts of obstacles. She had to climb over fallen logs and crawl under thickets of thorns. She had to dodge the snapping branches of angry trees and outwit the sly foxes that tried to lead her astray. But Beatriz was not deterred. She was determined to help the fairy and restore peace to the forest. After hours of searching, she finally stumbled upon the goblins' hideout. The goblins were cowering in fear, for they knew that they had gone too far this time. They begged for mercy and promised to never cause trouble in the forest again. Beatriz, being the kind and forgiving girl that she was, allowed the goblins to leave the forest in peace. She returned to the fairy, who was overjoyed at the news. The fairy thanked Beatriz for her bravery and rewarded her with a magical fairy dust that granted her one wish. Beatriz used her wish to ask the fairy to bless the forest and all of its inhabitants. The fairy smiled and granted her wish, and the forest was filled with peace and harmony once again. And so Beatriz went down in history as the brave and kind-hearted little girl who saved the forest. She lived a long and happy life, always remembering the adventure she had in the enchanted forest. Thank you for joining me. I hope to see you again next time.